Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. We've got a good one on tap today, and there's going to be two quarterbacks ready to get it done on the gridiron. It's the Eagles going up against the Vikings. With that, we send you up to U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis as we hook up with our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
We are at the newest stadium in the NFL, and its inaugural year. There's a look inside U.S. Bank Stadium here in Minneapolis. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Minnesota Vikings. Caleb Sturgis now to do the honors and get us started. And we are underway from downtown Minneapolis. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. They come out here in the eye. The first carry now for Adrian Peterson. And they'll blow that. One up back at the 16-yard line. It's already 2nd and 12. The defense hoping to push them back more. 2nd down, Bridgewater. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he's able to get up here to the 26. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it, and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
Now he's going to throw deep right, and that's caught inside the 35. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory. Brandon, I know you play the fantasy football game, and Adrian Peterson has to be a popular pick for owners. But this year, a tough season for him. A knee injury early limited him to 72 yards total for the season.
Yeah, early indeed. Week 2 on that knee injury. So 72 yards, as you said, for the year. Came back, admirable, hoping to get him into the playoffs, but didn't look like he was ready to return.
One guy I never count out, though, is Adrian Peterson. I expect a monster return in 2017.
Time to feature the offensive starters and to give some love to the tight end, Kyle Rudolph.
He's been to the Pro Bowl already, battled a few injuries, but he's back and better than ever. Has added a little yoga to his regimen in order to make him more nimble. That makes it that much harder for the defenders to catch him.
Defensive side of the ball for the Eagles. Here they are, the starting 11. And you were telling me before the game, taking this from your knowledge bank, that if they need to improve anywhere in 2017, maybe in the secondary. Is that right?
I think you're right on that one because I think they're very happy with Malcolm Jenkins and Rodney McLeod down the middle as the safeties, but they'd love to make an upgrade on the corner position because if you're playing in the NFC East, there's some guys who go out and get the football. And I think up front, they're looking for a bigger year from Fletcher Cox. He's their bell cow on defense, a defensive tackle, defensive end. They need to have that all-pro season from him again in 2017.
He's got it, and the Vikings take a 7-0 lead. Forbat to send it away now following the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. So they take over not only in enemy territory, but in the red zone at the 16-yard line. You know, for this Vikings team, as they come back out here on offense, I don't know that any group had more of a roller coaster ride than them in the 2016 season. The quarterback change at the beginning, the hot start, and then the cold middle. It was just a tough year for them, wasn't it?
It really was, and when you look at how their season went, you mentioned the roller coaster. A lot of it can come back to the injuries, especially along the offensive line. I think by around October, maybe even early November, I'm surprised you and I didn't get a call to go audition to be a left tackle there because they were just down so many guys. So that made it difficult to run the ball and to protect Sam Bradford, their quarterback, and it reflected in their final record. It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. To throw, Bridgewater. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Kyle Rudolph with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead. Forbat to send it away now following the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. Yeah, some might have returned that one. He won't. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start the drive from the 25. On the ground, the first carry for Ryan Matthews. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. And here's the offense today that hopes to get off to a strong start. And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. On second down, here's Wentz. Going deep here for Matthews. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. And here's a look at the defensive unit that hopes to halt this offense today. Now Wentz on third down. He's going to try and go deep again. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays, and you don't get many opportunities to dial them up, and they just did, and they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
Here's Sherrills. Well, that'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And it'll be Viking football here as they take possession. And now out comes Minnesota. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back.
It's caught inside the 25. The young connection hook up there. Bridgewater to Diggs. 52 yards. First down, here's a run with Peterson. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
And that's the way to start a drive, and that's the way to continue a drive. Back-to-back, nice chunk plays. And if you're the offensive coordinator in your chess match with the defensive guy, you're thinking maybe you put him in a spot where he's got to load up against the run, because that last one was a really nice play. What are you going to do now? Do you go ahead and play into it, continue to run the ball, play action, try and hit him over the top? You've got to feel like you have the advantage.
First down, Bridgewater. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
After all the preparation, all the practice, a play like that will absolutely break your heart. They had everything they wanted, just unable to complete it. In the end zone, a big-time drop.
Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's second down. Throwing again, Bridgewater on 2nd and 10. Rolling to his right. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Adam Thielen, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead. And he'll bang that one through. Forbath to send it away now following the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
On second down, Ryan Matthews. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Let's expand on Ryan Matthews for a second. He has a couple 1,000-yard years in his back pocket. This season, 661. Did have a career-high 8 touchdowns, but where does he fit in to the Eagles' offense going forward?
That's going to be an interesting question that has to be answered by Philadelphia, by Doug Peterson, their head coach, because he was truly their lead running back until a fumble at Detroit. I think that changed things for him. A crucial one down the stretch. Philadelphia ended up losing the game. When he takes care of the football, he's a hard-hitting, aggressive inside runner who can set a tone for a team. But if he doesn't take care of the ball, that gives an opportunity for someone else to come in and become the lead runner for Philadelphia.
So a second down incompletion now brings up third down. They come up in an offset eye. Now it's the all-purpose back. This is Darren Sproles. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs. So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set.
All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
And once again, they go with Sproles. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
There's another example of why they haven't scored any points so far. I think it's time to abandon the run game, spread things out, and go to the air. It certainly can't be any worse than what they've done so far.
Trying to lay one. This is caught inside the 15. That goes for a gain of 31.
Now, that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield, those guys made that play possible.
Dancing to his left. And here he'll get it down to the 7. A minute 59 to go in the first half. More from Minneapolis after this. Shift together here from the D-line. Wentz to throw on second down. Eluding the pressure right. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football. He's taken down. Well, this has been a pretty sizable drive. They've had some success. Finally, the defensive coordinator found some success of his own.
I think he just simply said enough of that. Okay, they've moved the ball well. We need to force the issue from our end, and that's exactly what he did.
Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down. So now on 4th down, the Eagles will hand things over to their field goal kicker, and that's Caleb Sturgis. It'll be from the right hash, and it'll be a 36-yarder.
I know ultimately that feels like a good defensive play, but I know it's really not. They had a chance to keep points off the board. Now they have a chance to kick a field goal by missing that shot.
Yeah, especially at this spot in the field. He's got to be upset he couldn't come up with that INT. And that field goal caps an 11-play drive.
That's a lot of offense to run to only get 3 points, but they'll take them. Anytime you can put anything on the board, you run to your sideline somewhat happy.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he probably should have stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. The veteran Connor Barwin in on the stop. And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. 2nd down, 8. A 2nd down throw for Bridgewater. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. And the Eagles are going to go ahead and take another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Bridgewater off the play fake to McKinnon. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football.
Sproles, the return. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the Eagles take possession. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on it.
Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Terrence Newman with a pick. That's an experienced DB picking off a rookie, and you know sometimes those experienced DBs, they love going against the young pups, don't they?
And I go back to the offseason, had a quick conversation with him about, hey, when you play younger quarterbacks, what's it like for you? And he says it's like being a boxer. I give him a lot of different angles, a lot of different looks, and a lot of times I just bait the young guy.
And there he baited him right into the interception.
Seems to me, Brandon, that they're pretty content with where they are right now. Just going to take a knee and head in for the half.
They're in tight formation, not going to take any chances, down to a knee, and that should do it for the first half. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
Let's go.
And they will take a knee here. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Out come the Eagles now as he'll go on offense first here in the 3rd quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the 2nd half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Play fake to Matthews. Now it's Wentz. Steps away to his left. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and they're going to have a third down. And you would have to think an obvious passing situation here on 3rd and 9.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Now he's going to throw deep back over the middle. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. It's the Vikings' turn on offense for their first possession of the second half. They go play action here on first down. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be out of bounds up near midfield at the 49.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Peterson alone in the backfield. Now a play fake here on first down. And they went big on first down. Proves unfruitful. Cordero Patterson, the one he was hoping to get it to. And that'll bring up second down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it. What people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. They give it off here to the tight end. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Time running out here on the play clock. Here's blitz coming, and down he goes. Stephen Tulloch in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8.
And we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
It's a 15-yard pickup, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down.
A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Nolan Carroll. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Well, you mind if we go off topic for a second?
No, let's go.
I like to do that randomly. AFC playoff contenders for this year that didn't make it last season. Who do you have that might get in?
Well, I think Cincinnati's got to be considered there. Maybe they'd have an offseason that's calm, and they go into this season and try and get back to the playoffs where they've been perennials. How about Denver?
Yeah.
Remember last year, they didn't have the quarterback to start. Trevor Siemian played pretty well overall, but maybe they can get solidified there and ride that strong defense right back into the playoffs. I'm going to give you a couple a little bit off the pace. Indianapolis cannot afford to squander Andrew Luck, one of the better young quarterbacks in the game. They've got to get back to the playoffs. And Buffalo, Brand new head coach, brand new people running the ball club. Let's see if they can figure it out, because I think defensively they can be awfully strong.
This one brought in by Doyle Green Beckham. The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. Here we go on 4th down with Wentz. Then he hits his man, Matthews. Give him 6 on the play, and they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down. Back now at beautiful new U.S. Bank Stadium. It's the Eagles behind on the scoreboard, but with the football here as we start the 4th quarter. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. One receiver left, 2 to the right.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Black 99 Philly. Here we go. Detroit. Detroit.
Wentz now on 1st down. Green Beckham has it over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there if he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback that has to slide and find open space to throw.
They're never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film. And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
Now Wentz, gotta have this one. And he connects with Ertz. And he gets it to the 32, good enough for a 1st down. And they're going to speed things up here.
And that's a big pickup on the 1st down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up, because defensively, you work on 4th down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here. They'll come out in the pistol. Wentz will try again on 2nd down. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be hit.
And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Their dangerous wide receiver, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Eagles make some inroads here on that deficit. And he's got it up and through. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. And the Vikings able to recover. The hands team does its job. 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. They come out here in the eye. Bridgewater now on second down. And that's off the mark, incomplete. He was looking for his tight end there, Kyle Rudolph, and it's third down.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
Tiger! Let's go!
Third and long for Bridgewater. Now he's hit, and Bridgewater loses the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because...
Now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Here's Jeff Locke now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. And he'll keep this one away from Sproles as this is angled toward the sideline. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. The Eagles coming out as they get ready. And they're going to need another score. Got one last time, but still down here.
When you're playing catch-up, every possession becomes crucial, doesn't it? It's vital. Get back out on the field, punch it in the end zone again. They know it's not easy, but what they do have going for them, they did score the last time. They think they've got a good formula working.
And what about the defense?
Well, now you're just saying to yourself, okay, we gave up a score last time. What adjustments do we need to make to slow them down now and get the ball back for our own offense? Is it more pressure? Is it more zone? What do they have to do? They're trying to figure that out.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Harrison Smith, and his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
Watch left. Tight end to the left, tight end left. Get ready!
Oh, they go with a tight end carry. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Get ready! Blue 58! Blue 58! 58 Mike, 58 Mike. And we gotta get to the ball, team. We gotta get to the ball. Let's keep moving. Tiger! Rush it! Blue 58! Blue 58! 58, right over there, Boys!
Back to the ground. This time it's Peterson. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Away all afternoon, didn't get a whole lot better there. Two yards to go here on 3rd down.
Four down. Get ready! White 90! White 90!
And Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So that's a wrap. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. It's a win for the Vikings as we say so long from Minneapolis.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Tonight's matchup features two quarterbacks who will be trying to lead their team to victory. It's the Bills going up against the Vikings. So with that, let's get up to the new U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. On the call, here are Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis.
Larry, it's the newest facility in the NFL, and it is a beauty as we come to you from U.S. Bank Stadium here in Minneapolis. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Buffalo Bills and the Minnesota Vikings. Here's the Bills kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would. have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. They come out here in the I. Now the first carry for Adrian Peterson. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
It should go without saying that anytime you run the football well and gain a nice chunk of yardage, that means the offensive line did their job and did it really well. But let's give them a little more credit than that. Because all week long, offensive line meetings, they're going over adjustments, counters, when line shifts, all those things that go along with it. And yet, you still have to be physical. And that's what they did on the first play.
It'll go as a gain of 10 there. And it'll be a Minnesota first down.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run. Big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47. It's Aaron Williams on the stop. The starters now on offense. And Stephon Diggs, our first chance to see him today.
Brandon, remember we had this conversation about how highly recruited he was in high school. Didn't quite live up to it in college due to some injuries. But, boy, as he hit the NFL like a bomb. Stephon Diggs, a crafty, mature route runner who can go the distance.
McKinnon, and he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple. Here's the 11 starters on defense for Buffalo. And the new coaching staff really coming in. They can look at two numbers, kind of yin and yang. They're good against the pass, 6th in the league, 29th, though, against the run.
Well, if you look at this new coaching staff that has taken over in Buffalo and trace their past, it starts with them stopping the run because they are a very aggressive, blitz-happy type of a group, but it only begins with stopping the run first. So I expect that number to improve in 2017 for Buffalo. I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this third down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
And look at this. They're keeping the punter on the sideline. They're going to go for it here on the opening drive. Now Bridgewater on 4th down. And a throw right sideline is complete. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. 4th and 2. They got it. That was kind of that gray area. Is that a feel thing, whether you go run or pass there offensively?
I think it's a feel thing. It's a tendency thing about what you like to do yourself on offense, as well as knowing how strong they are against the run on defense. Got to make a decision, and they made the correct one.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Now that's the type of play that'll fire up a defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a first down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all, or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Bridgewater to throw it. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Eighth play of this opening drive coming up. This is 3rd down. On 3rd down, Bridgewater. And that is incomplete.
All right, let's go ahead and try and get into the body and the mind of the linebackers. Yeah, I know they're bigger and stronger than I ever was, but in this situation, they understood what was going on as much as the offensive guys. Because the offensive guys are always taught, find the first down sticks and make the play. Well, on defense, what do you want to do? Guard the first down line. Make sure they don't get there and tackle them in front. They were able to drop in their zone coverage, figure out where the first down line was, and end up making the play, swatting it away so they couldn't get the completion.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. One man on the backfield. That's McCoy. And they'll give it to him here. He finds some open field here. And he'll be taken down right around the 27. For McCoy this year, 5th time in his 8-year career that he's topped the 1,000-yard mark. Charles, first time he's done it with the Bills, though, finished with 1267.
And he's the type of player that you can build around. And what I mean by that is,
looking for his tight end, Clay, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense.
Yep,
run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
A second down throw for Bridgewater. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and, of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Ooh, I like it.
Let's go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. A couple of Bills team up to bring him down there. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter begins with the Vikings holding the football. They've got it 2nd and 10 to start things out. So the D-line's going to spread out.
Let's go.
Bridgewater off the play fake to McKinnon. He'll buy some time right, and he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. It's a gain of 7, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
Let's go.
3rd and short yardage. Bridgewater. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Rhett Ellison, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. Forbat to send it away now following the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. They'll start on the ground with McCoy. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gain, they can run that play on any down.
And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now 2nd down. Let's look ahead for a quick minute. We don't have the schedules yet for next year, but what we do have are the 5 international games that will be played, 4 in London and then 1 again in Mexico, Jacksonville, Baltimore, Miami, New Orleans, Cleveland, Minnesota, Rams, and Arizona. Those in London, and then Mexico's going to get a great game. the Raiders and New England.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And just think about the ones in London. Remember, they're splitting them between the two different stadiums in London, so they get a different flavor in all of these places. But Mexico, for the second straight year, the Raiders are coming to town. That should be a whole lot of fun.
Should be a ton of fun and a very good matchup. He's got his running back, LaShawn McCoy. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
And some changes here as the D-line separates some. There's Gillisley. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. And with that, it's 2-minute warning time here. The NFL on EA Sports. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. On second down, Taylor. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
Even in today's NFL, when we think of the tight end position now as really a glorified wide receiver, we're still asking a lot of those guys. They have to block as well. Every now and then, they don't come down with the football.
And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down. And now what they want to see here, he's still down on the field. Obviously such an important part of their passing game, and the training staff, they're going to have to attend to it. So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. They'll try and throw for it with Taylor. Flush to his right. And it is incomplete. That incompletion, Charles, gives me a chance to put you on the clock real quick. NFC teams last year that did not make the playoffs that might make a push this coming year.
Well, 3 that come to mind right away that we thought were going to be in 2016. Minnesota, remember the start they got off to before that didn't work out so well for them. Arizona, we thought they were a lock to be in the playoffs. In fact, many of us called them Super Bowl contenders. And Carolina, the defending NFC champs going into last season, they didn't make it. So I think that all 3 could return to former glory. I'm going to give you one way off the pace here. You ready?
Let's go.
The Los Angeles Rams.
Ooh.
They get the young quarterback going, and that defense continues to live up to expectations. They can make a real strong push in the West.
They've got the D. You're right. They just need the O. Now the defense definitely showing blitz here. Bridgewater on first down. Flushed out right. And that's incomplete. So incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store. Bridgewater gives to Peterson on the draw. And he'll get this into enemy territory. And now the Bills are going to stop it as they call a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Throwing is Bridgewater. And he's able to find Diggs. 14 yards that time for number 14.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
So the offense looking at a 2nd and 8. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Bridgewater fakes a give to Peterson. And this is caught. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Cordell Patterson, 32 yards. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead. He's got it, and it's 17-0. Format to send it away now following the touchdown. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now Taylor on first down. He's going to let this one go deep. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Sammy Watkins, the intended target, and it's second down.
Well, partner, I guess that answers the question about whether they're going to sit on it or not.
It does. Now we'll see if they try that again.
Yeah, I think what we find on plays like that, when you take that shot, if you're unsuccessful, then you go way more conservative to finish the half, you know? I think that's the way they'll go.
Second and 10, it's Taylor again. And he'll check this one down to McCoy. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. Here's Taylor. Going to drop this off to McCoy, complete. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
Here we go.
Again, it's Taylor. Airing it out deep for Woods. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. Robert Woods as time expires in the first half. And the Bills get a bit closer.
Did I just see all of that happen? Did I just see the pass, the catch in the end zone for a touchdown, the clock go to zeros? All we've got now is the PAT left before we end a really good half.
Yeah, that's something to take into the lockers. Little momentum to build on for sure.
And what I want you to watch is the team that kicks the PAT as we expect it to go through the post. Watch how quickly they head to the locker room. They'll be the ones that have the momentum, and they'll be flying.
That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Out come the Bills now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They trail offense first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned. Because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. CD, wanted to get your thoughts just on the landscape of the offseason for each of these teams. Super Bowl in the rearview mirror, but so much going on. People look at the draft a lot, but there's a lot more that goes into the offseason for these front offices, is there not?
It certainly is, and even before we get to the draft, you start with the combine. You know, that's held in Indianapolis every year, and you have about 350 of the top prospects coming together to get their physicals and interviews and on-field performance, and all that'll get evaluated along with their game tape. And then you've got the free agents, all right? That starts, I believe, in early March, where now the free agents can start moving around to different teams. So your team's starting to take a little bit of shape there, free agency, because then the draft's coming up. You're trying to put your team together with new draft picks, have everyone start to move in one direction. And then you have the OTAs and mini camps. We get to see them on the field for...
Looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. 8 yards to go here on second down. A second down throw for Bridgewater. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those, too.
So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears trying to go for it on fourth. They're indeed going for it. Bridgewater. Going for a right side here. Complete. It's a gain of 9 yards. And on fourth down, they're able to convert and move the sticks. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. A 10th carry now for Peterson. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They run again with Peterson. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. They come up in an offset eye. They'll need to get the play off quickly. Here's Asiata. About 3 yards there to the 27. Jerry Hughes on the stop.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. First level defensive line, second level linebackers, third level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a first level run, and it was stopped by a second level player.
And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's the Vikings in possession of the football and the lead. They'll be looking to add to that total as we begin quarter number 4. On second down, Peterson. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go. And in this situation with the lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. He connected on his first, this from 41.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
So they settle for just the 3 there, but clearly anything helps when you're trying to salt one away here in the fourth.
Without a doubt, I think a touchdown would have been the final nail. But 3 does give him some breathing room and lets him build up a little cushion.
And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Back onto the field now comes the Bills offense. They go back to the air here after the INT. And his throw is incomplete. Robert Woods, the intended receiver that time. And now it's second down.
Let's give some credit to the defensive guys on that play. Able to bat that one away. Sure looked like they were trying to hit the corner route.
Second down here after the incomplete pass.
Flex round! Flex round! Here we go!
Out of the gun, it's Taylor. He's got time in the pocket. Over the middle, he's got Watkins. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 12 yards there as they move the chains. And now they're in the hurry-up. Now Taylor on first down. Buying time to his left. Right side complete. That's Woods. 22 yards on the pickup there. And the Bills are going to have a first down. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him. And he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
Getting late in the fourth now, Charles. 2-minute warning just around the corner.
Yeah, some teams just want to get to that spot, take a breath, and then come out and attack for the rest of the game.
Taylor. It's complete to his tight end, Charles Clay. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. On first down, it's Taylor. This is caught. Watkins. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Sammy Watkins from 21 yards away. And the Bills draw a bit closer. So now an important conversion attempt here as the Bills line up to go for 2. They'll try and run it with McCoy. And this play is going nowhere fast as he goes down. That one might need to go back to the drawing board as they fail on the 2-point try. And now out comes Minnesota. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. A gain of 3, second down.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
Let's go. No, check that. We're like 52 right here. Quit talking about it and bring it.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. And now the Bills are going to stop it as they call a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And they're just a couple of yards shy of a first down here on 3rd down.
Set. Tiger. Check 52. Set. White 90. 2 sport. Check 50. Check 50.
They'll run it. Here's Peterson. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a hunting down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
Get ready. 180. What?
They run again on first down. Peterson. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
And Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. It's a win for the Vikings as we say so long from Minneapolis.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. To the NFL on EA Sports. Two teams will need their quarterbacks to step up and lead their offenses on the gridiron today. It's the Bills going up against the Seahawks. With that, let's get you up to Seattle. We're standing by our commentators, Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis.
Larry, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Evergreen State and CenturyLink Field in Seattle, Washington. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the Buffalo Bills and the Seattle Seahawks. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Here's Thomas Rawls with his first carry. And he'll get this up to about the 40. Earlier, partner, when discussing Russell Wilson, you said you think he's best when Seattle is running back centric. Is Thomas Rawls the centerpiece going forward there?
I think so because of what he did 2 seasons ago before he got hurt. Because he runs that offense the way they want it run. One cut, downhill, get upfield, and Thomas Rawls is perfect for that. If he stays healthy, that allows Russell Wilson now to throw the play action, the bootleg passes that really hurt other teams defensively.
And Rawls has youth on his side, just 23. And he is down deep into Buffalo territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 47 yards. So they're operating in the red zone. The first carry for C.J. Procise. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. The starters for the Seahawks of Seattle on the offensive side. Charles, they could use a big game from Thomas Rawls.
And they really loved what they got out of him last year because an undrafted player is not supposed to give you nearly 6 yards a carry in production. And that's exactly what he did. They need a big game out of him, and they expect it.
Wilson. This will be caught at about the 6. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. And we take a look at the Bills' defense.
Marcel Darius, year in and year out, plays at a Pro Bowl level.
They brought in an extra defensive back here, so probably not expecting a run on 3rd and 3.
A good call.
And a double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Corey Graham. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. McCoy, 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. 2nd down following the run. The wide receiver moving to a new spot. They'll go again to McCoy. And some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15. Give him 8 yards there. Still a few inches to go, though, as it'll be 3rd down and about the length of the football. So second down was a run play. Now let's see what they do on third. There's a carry now for Mike Gillisley. And they're going to get the first down here across the 15-yard line.
I always appreciate runners who understand situations. That was just 3rd and inches. No reason to dance around in the backfield and try and break off a bigger play. Just go pick up the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
First down and 10 now for the offensive group. They go play action here on first down. Being chased out left. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Man open right side, it's the tight end Clay. A gain of 32 that time.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass, first down.
Now a first down carry here for McCoy. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Second quarter about to get underway with the Bills in possession. They're looking at a 2nd and short yardage to start things out. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. On second down, it's McCoy. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down. And the offense there, the O-line. And before they can run this 3rd down play, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. From the shotgun, it's Taylor. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. Mike Gillisley, the intended target. And now it's 4th down.
3rd down is the down. Both sides know they absolutely have to win. And the name of the game for the defense is pressure on the quarterback. But pressure on the quarterback with contact, that's how you end up winning it.
They'll try and throw for it with Taylor. And he comes back with one complete. The Bills' drive stalls out on 4th down. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah. Will they make up for it? On second down, here's Wilson. They'll roll him out right. Drops it underneath for Rawls. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Adolphus Washington in there to drop him for a loss on the play. So the D gets the sack on first, and now it brings up second down. On second down, Wilson. Looking for Baldwin, Intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a fourth down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence.
No, I agree with you totally on that one. If anything, they may have gained more confidence. Okay, they stopped us once. That's all right. Let's keep moving it. Make them do it again.
Second down, here's Taylor. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
And he's got it across midfield and down to about the 47-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
Here's Taylor to throw, eluding the pressure right. They got a man over the middle. It's Woods. 23 yards on the play. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game...
And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. On second down, Taylor. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to LaShawn McCoy, and it's 3rd down. And they'll be in search of 11 yards here on 3rd down.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it now. The confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean.
And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. LaShawn McCoy taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Bills are in for 6.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And out now come the Seahawks. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Out to his left. Complete. Richardson has it. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, it was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice 1st down.
On 1st down, Wilson. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Tyler Lockett was the target there. And that'll bring up 2nd down. They got pressure there and only rushing 3.
And there's a defensive coordinator right now who is celebrating not just getting home with 3.
And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. Now, whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. Forced out to his left. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now. The intended target, Doug Baldwin. That'll bring up second down.
All defenders get tired of hearing about their lack of hands and why they're playing defense instead of offense, but in this situation...
Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. That's on target, but it's no good. He had it on line, but it came up just shy of the crossbar. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. On the return, it's Brandon Tate. And it'll be a terrific return here as he gets it down all the way inside the 30. Out come the Bills now as he'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have the lead now. They'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had an ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. From one thing, hit them with something else.
Going to throw deep for the end zone. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up third. Well, they haven't had a whole lot of success in the passing game here. Now, in the second half, he's thinking, I guess maybe just take a shot deep.
I think you're right. Almost looking for a bailout, isn't he? Can my receiver go up and make a big play for me? Can I create a penalty downfield, maybe pick up an interference call and get that yardage downfield? Anything trying to get going again, but you're right. He definitely took a shot. I'm going to show my age here a little bit. We used to talk about running backs catching the ball as safety valves. Nowadays, they're a big part of the passing offense.
Quit acting like you're so old. You're only 65. Only a yard that time. Second and goal. Shift together here from the D-line. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
They'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on third, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Third and goal now. Ball on the 5. This is Gillisley. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. It's about a 3-yard pickup there, but more importantly, they're still a few yards away here. It's now 4th down and goal. A field goal would make it a 2-score game, but they're going to go aggressive. They're going to try this thing on 4th and goal. They come out here in the eye. They'll go with McCoy. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Buffalo. LaShawn McCoy, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bills will add on to their lead. And this is no good. Missed the PAT, so they fail to connect. And this remains a 13-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Seahawks offensive unit. They'll have it first to begin the third. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Kyle Williams in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8.
What's left? What's left? Switch. Gotta go. 14.
Play action. Now Wilson. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Corey Graham. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. And the Bills offense comes out ready to take over. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They'd have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out. How many times when we see an incomplete pass, we just look at the receiver and say, should have caught that one. That was a drop, and we just put it on the offense. How about a little credit for the defense there? They just forced an incompletion.
Yeah, especially after starting in a tough spot defensively, but a good start there on first down.
That gave them a little extra confidence there, starting, as you said, in a tough spot and being able to make a play on first down. One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
They come up in an offset eye. Now Taylor escaping the pressure right. Flush to his right. Taylor hit. He lost the football, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. And the head coach reaches for the red flag, tosses it down on the field. He wants a challenge here.
Strong right.
Well, he challenged the play. It did not.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player. You threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the safety, Robert Blanton. And now out come the Bills. Well, when someone other than the quarterback is throwing the football, it's either beautiful or a disaster, and here it was the latter.
nowhere in between, right? You're exactly right. It takes a fortitude to call.
And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Again, it's McCoy. And some space here. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with third down coming up. And now the Seahawks are going to call another timeout. And that's going to leave them with just 1 timeout remaining still in the third quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them. We'll be back. Offense coming up, needing 2 yards on third down. They'll try and run for it with McCoy. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. And quickly they get to the line. Now Taylor going to hand this one off to McCoy. And he is going to lose yardage here. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's the Bills with a lead and the football here to begin the fourth quarter. And they're behind the sticks here a bit now, dealing with a 2nd and 12. They come out here in the eye. Taylor with a give to McCoy. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45. Now hang on here. Timeout called by the defense. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this fourth quarter. on third down. Taylor. And he's going to be wrapped up and driven down. So 4th and 15, but the offense is staying out there to go for it. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you. You change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest ones, maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
And a great spot to start this drive from here. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. First down, this is Rawls. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was...
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Preston Brown, the linebacker. The Bills getting...